Assalamu alaikum and good greetings. So recently I have made a video titled Why Allah Commands to Fight Jews and Christians? A Muslim's Perspective. Now in this video I actually reacted or commented on certain comments that I have received, and go to the verses, and as shown here, this verse is being at the center of discussion with regard to the video. And under that there's a comment here: fight against those who are given the books onwards. Right, so there are several questions being given here, but just reading the first line, it got me intrigued. He said, fight against those who are given the books. I was thinking, what does he mean? And I go back in the video, and that's this verse being discussed. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ولا يحرمون ما حرم الله ورسوله ولا يدينون دين الحق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب حتى يعطوا الجزية عن يد وهم صاغرون. صدق الله العظيم. Fight against those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day, and who do not consider unlawful what Allah and the Messenger have made unlawful, and who do not adopt the truth or the religion of the truth from those who were given scripture or utul kitab, who were given books, until they give jizyah willingly while they are humbled. Okay, so when I read this, then I noticed that he misquoted the verse mistakenly, or I'm not sure how. Because the verse says, Qatilu, fight against, Qatilul lazina, fight against who? This is the criteria, or the criteria of the crime. La yu'minuna billahi wa la bil yawmil akhir. Do not have iman, do not accept God, Allah, and the judgment day, yawmil akhirah. Wa la yuharrimuna ma haramallahu wa rasuluh. And do not make unlawful, make haram, what Allah and the Messenger have made haram or unlawful. Allah say this is unlawful, they do not make it unlawful. That's another crime. Wala yadinuna dinal haqqa min allazina utul kitab. Okay, those who do not take the deen from the deen of al-haq, the truth, meaning they do not adopt for their own religion the religion of truth, meaning when the truth is presented to them, they reject it. They do not take it, the truth, as their religion. Min allazina utul kitab, from the people who are being given books. So it is not simply fight against those who are given books. No. It is fight against, what is the crime? Those who do not accept God, those who do not accept the judgment day, those who do not make unlawful what Allah and the Messenger have made unlawful, and those who do not accept the truth as their religion, from the people who are being given books. Now, so meaning what? Meaning that there are people that have been given books before. If they reject God, reject the judgment day, reject or do not make unlawful what should be made unlawful, and do not accept the truth as their religion, from among those who are given the books, fight them. But if from the people of the book that do not committed the crime, why should you fight them? Right? So that's the meaning of the verse. So when he says fight against those who are given the books, that need to be corrected, hence my comment. Not fight against those who are given the books, that's incorrect. It is fight against, and then I just simplify all the description of the crime from those who are given the books, meaning that the verse says those who are committing this crime among those people being given the books, fight against them. So that's basically the verse. And interestingly, he replied, where's your source? If you are true, state your source. Which baffled me, to be honest. And I said the exact verse shown in the video, because he is commenting the video, right? His comment under the video. So I said the exact verse that we discussed in the video, that is what the verse is saying, not what you say here. This is incorrect, this is not accurate. It is this, right? So the source is already stated in the video, and greatest response of all, he repeat back again, fight against those who are given the books. And then he want to shift to a different discussion, right? Allah gave the book to whom? Were the Muslim. But he stick with this, stick to his gun. No, even though, you know, the verse is saying something else, I want to, you know, pretend that it still says fight against those who are given the books. So interesting. Even though, where's your source? I wish, you know, it's in the video. Okay, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going back to here, from the beginning here, right? So that's interesting. And then I still, okay, maybe you do not understand what is going on, or you know, you miss something. So is this fight against those who are giving books referring to any verse, referring to what any verse is saying? Because the verse that we discussed earlier in the video do not say that. It says such this, meaning there's a crime described in the verse. It's not just simply, okay, fight against those who are being given the book. No, no, no. Fight against those who committed this crime among the people who being given the books. Why? They have, you know, given the books. They should know better, and yet they committed this crime. Fight against them. So that's the context. But he missed it, or he ignored it. So I ask again, is there any verse? Because in my mind, perhaps he is referring to another verse. So is there any verse that says that? Assuming it is referring to the Quran verse, in my earlier comment, I did mention. So I copy paste. This is the exact copy paste of this one. I just reiterate. I have mentioned this. If it's referring to the Quran verse, here, this Quran verse, I repeat, not fight against those who are given the books. It is fight against, you know, the crime, or those who committed the crime from the people of the book. And then he says, getting bored with your comment, questions, and Taqiyyah dancing, would rather listen, blah blah blah, right? So that's interesting. When this happened, when I explain something that is so clear, the accusation of Taqiyyah comes again. I'm not sure whether Taqiyyah means something else or something to some people on the internet, but you know, just explaining something like this always get me into facing allegation of Taqiyyah, which is very, very interesting. Just because you cannot address, you know, my direct comment or explanation, hence you just, oh, Taqiyyah, is that the default? I'm interested to know. So he said, Roger out. Yeah, Roger out. You know, feel free to go elsewhere. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to win argument. I'm just here to explain. So if you are willing to understand, we can discuss. I'm open to discussion. I always, you know, if you misunderstand something, etc., I'm willing to explain, to clarify. But if you are unwilling to, you just want to fight and debate and just want to win argument, what can I do? What can I do? All right, so that's it. That's how I was accused. I was accused of Taqiyyah, and even though I just simply go back to the source and what the verse was saying, and yeah, so that's a day in the online life as a Muslim, I guess. I'm not accusing every Christian behave like that. I'm not. There are many Christian that is more civil in our discussion, more nuanced, etc. I do appreciate it, but you know, sometimes this kind of interaction really, you know, it spices things up in the sense that you know, it's humorous from time to time, even though it's also how to say, annoying some of the times. But I've learned to just see the humor in it. That's a better way to live our life, I guess, so that we are not being too stressful about things that is outside of outside of our control. With that, thank you for watching. See you next time.